What's up, everybody? What's up? What's
Hello,
up?
hello, hello.
Hello, what's up?
How's everybody doing?
We're doing pretty
I'm
good.
doing very good, very good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Awesome.
Excited about the show today.
Oh, the show. I'm ready for the show. Like I've been all day thinking about it. I'm like, all right, this is about to be it. Right?
I have to admit the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
All day
we have
long, all day long.
we have two dope guests today that Anthony and I are gonna introduce in a few.
For sure. Hey, but even before we do it, let's do this first while everybody's getting into the chats and everything. So comment where you are watching from. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what sneakers you wore today. And since we're waiting for people to come in and we're gonna have a great show, let's go ahead and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you some sneakers that I just picked up. I'm gonna show you my first pickup of 2020, and I'm gonna show you these right here. And these are a little surprise. If you know me, it's probably not a surprise, but I had to go with these. These are the John Elliott's, John Elliott's right here, man.
That's dope.
That's a really
So-
good shoe.
Right here.
Okay.
Just
John
a little
Elliott.
bit of a pickup.
Yeah, well,
for
you know I'm digging that pink.
Hey, I didn't know if I was going to be able to pull them off. I
Hey,
didn't
you
know if I
already
was
know
gonna
what
be able
time
to
it is with me. Now you can pull it off. You can pull it off.
So, and right here, man, what I love is the upper is see-through, translucent.
Oh wow, wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
He's known for that.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I know you guys have brought some heat onto the show. What do you got? Show us what you got.
So listen, I'll go next, and then the guests will go. So mine's is not heat at all. It's something that everyone has. I just did it just to do it. I mean, it was nothing. I was like, why not? Everyone else is doing it. So it's literally the Jubilee.
Oh, you got the dude.
Oh,
Oh,
11.
man, come on.
So
nice.
and I've had them for when they first dropped. I just didn't.
Yep.
I just didn't say anything. I was like, I'm gonna put them in the closet and probably never wear them. So, I don't
Can't go
know.
wrong with the 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Cannot go wrong.
Okay.
All right, well, I guess it's my turn.
Mhm.
So I didn't pick these up in 2020, but I wear them in 2020 all the time. And I'm a sucker for patent leather. So I have to show
Wow.
photos. And these are my go-tos, whether I'm at work, whether I'm out and about, like all over. And I'm a real sucker for patent leather. I like the UNCs, the gold toes, anything patent leather. Like I dig them a lot. So
Okay, I have some 11s you can have.
I picked up those 11s. I picked up the
$50. Going once, going twice.
So, yeah, gold toes. They're my number one. They're
Yeah.
my number one. For
Yeah,
sure.
those are fresh.
So that's for me, and that was my last shoe from 2020, and I love this. It's my
Hey.
AJ1,
Okay.
the newest one here in Brazil, the Zoom Comfort, and man, for me it was awesome. Oh, I'm struggling with the camera, and I was like, for me,
No, that's a really clean colorway. I like that.
man,
I like that a
I
lot.
love this shoe. I really, really love this shoe, and I was like, I could wear this every day at any time, any place. Man, I love this, and it's my first AJ1, so for me it was
Oh
like,
wow, nice. That's a good pickup
Okay.
for sure. Good
Okay.
pickup.
that was
Well, just say
awesome.
what you all want to say. Like, I'm fourth tonight. I came in last tonight. I accept that. But you all had some fresh shoes, though. I like it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them. I like them.
You
Hey.
right, DC.
I want to introduce people. People are like, hey, who are all these people on the show? Like, what's going on? Like, well, I want to introduce first. I'm gonna introduce Lucas. He's at the bottom right. Oh, there we go. You know what I meant. He's at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm here.
That is Lucas. Lucas, tell a little bit how we actually met, and
Yeah.
tell a little bit how we met.
Yeah, that it was crazy because I was looking to buy a beater. Like I was looking to buy the ACG Terra, and I found your video. And I was like, because here in Brazil, now where I live, everything's expensive. Like even the ACG was like, and I was looking to some reviews, and I found your video, Anthony, and I was like, this dude knows. And I was like, yeah. And that's when I subscribed to your channel, and then we start talking. And it was like, for me, it was awesome. It was great.
Yeah, and so when I
story.
saw him pop up on the show, I was like, "Oh, Lucas, what's up, man?" So
I remember when I said that was from Brazil, and they were like, "What?
yeah,
What the hell? What the hell this guy's doing here? Come on, man!"
yeah. So we're excited to have you on, and actually, one of my friends on here, this person right here, Andreas, he's actually Brazilian too, and his wife is Brazilian. Yeah, Andreas Herrera.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So, man,
Oh,
shout out to you guys. Oops, sorry. Tari, tell a
Yes.
little bit how you met Jon and you guys' relationship.
I'll say so briefly. I went to a sneakers travelers convention in Tampa. Maybe was it a few months ago? Maybe.
It was in October. Yes.
Yes. So I was getting out the car. I took Diana and Ella with me, and Jon was behind me getting out the car. So I told Anthony this story, so I let the viewers tell them as well. So what attracted me to you, Jon, was that I saw your mom and dad with you, and that family support, and they were getting the shoe boxes out for you, stacking them, and you had your list. So I'm like, I'm all about like family. So when I saw like the support that you had from your parents, I told D, I was like, man, I have to go talk to this dude. Like, I just love that, right? Because I come from a small family. So and that's all we've ever done. I've known nothing but like support, and I just love that. So and I saw your kids over there. I definitely want to get to know you and see your get to know your background. And see what you had on stash as well. So,
Hey,
that's what
I had that day. I had 9 pairs with me that day, and then I was selling some of my friends because he couldn't make it to the event. So
I thought that, and I'm all about like networking and getting to know people and seeing how we can build off one another. So that's how I met Jon Gonzalez, and ever since then, just kind of hit him up, like this. Just saying what's up. And I had told him that day, and I was actually doing the blog that day for that convention. But I told him that day, I was like, man, I would love to have you on the podcast. Once we get, where we're trying to go and get that engine going, that I would have you on the show. And just so happened, Anthony hit me up, and I thought that was dope for him wanting to start out the show with a couple of guests. I think that was cool. So you're the first person that popped up in my mind when he said it, and I just thought it'd be a good way to like let the audience get to know you and see what you do, and you can see what we do on our end, and hopefully motivate you too, because you're thinking about a podcast as well. So we're very glad to have you on the show, and of course, Lucas, I didn't get a chance to say it, but I'm glad to have you on the show as well, man. Lucas been supporting us for a while. And we really appreciate it. Really appreciate
it. No, man, that's my pleasure.
I know, that's love, man. That's love right there.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure.
And Lucas, respond back to this comment. You see it?
E Andrés, tudo bem, cara? Certinho? Prazer falar com você.
Okay. Oh, see.
Wow.
That's good. Tari, you're ready to come here to Brazil, man.
That's crazy. Hey, comment down below where you are watching from. Comment down below where you are watching from. Thanks for everybody that tuned in today. It's going to be a great show. Looking forward to. You've already heard the story of some great guests that we're going to have on the show. We're going to do a little bit talking about sneaker reselling, and we're also going to do some soul session, which I'm really looking forward to. You do not want to miss it. So comment down where you're watching from. And let's go ahead and get into the show. All right. So we always talk about fitness on the show because we have a fitness expert on the show. He's in the top back corner. His name is Tari. Tari, go ahead and talk to us a little bit about what we should be doing to stay in shape during 2021.
All right. So one thing is I would say easy tips, right? Cut sugars
Hmm,
and sweat 30 minutes a day.
that's good.
Just those two tips I would start out with. So some of the things that I'm doing with some of my clients is that's one of the things that I'm doing with them. So I don't have them eating any type of sugars after 2 o'clock, right? And so they're gonna stick with like their meats. They're gonna stick with vegetables and maybe a small amount of carbs. I never completely cut carbs out.
Tari, I'm
Unless
sorry, man. I had to sit right beside me.
The Nutella.
I feel like Anthony set me up for this. He knew what I was gonna say.
Oh
And so
man,
hey, Nutella, sponsor this guy. This guy got
for
you.
real.
I promise. He's a good representation, and not to mention he's in good shape too. Like he's really, he's gonna tell you about his health journey. But just briefly, I think Jonathan is he indulged a little bit, but still his health is his main priority. So, and I don't see anything wrong with treating yourself here and there. I say you live once, don't neglect yourself from everything. Like you want to, indulge sometimes to satisfy those cravings. But yeah, those are my two health tips. Whether it's walking, jogging, I'm really big on weight training, but definitely try to sweat like 30 minutes a day and cut some sugars. And I guarantee you, if you're a person that indulges in sugars, you'll definitely see an increase or increase your fitness, and you'll start shedding some pounds and so forth.
I'm gonna have to do that because I was doing that, and then I started going back to my Nutella. Shout
Yeah.
out to Nutella if you want to talk.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with some little Nutella here and there,
Yeah, I don't. That's your thing. So this is just me talking. I don't think you should completely cut it out. To be honest with you, I say go
like the
hard
way you
Monday
think.
through. Go hard Monday through Friday, and like you can dib and dab over the weekend. But I guarantee you, the majority of people, if they go hard Monday through Friday, they don't want to screw that up over the weekend. So they're very conscious and very like selective on what they have. And Anthony, each other tell every now and then, and get back on it on Monday. We've seen tremendous progress. But I'll let you talk about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep it short. Then I asked our guest, and like Andrea said, keep everything in moderation. So
That's true.
yeah, like if I needed like a sugar fix, I'll eat a little bit of Nutella. I was at 260 pounds, and now I'm down to 242. 242. I weighed today 242 something, and so yeah, learning how to eat again, learning how to making sure I'm eating lean meats, proteins, vegetables, exercising consistently. It's really helped, and man, like we always talk about having the right fit. There's nothing worse than not feeling good. You got great sneakers on, but then you don't feel like you can move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, John or Lucas? What are you doing in 21 to help your fitness goal?
Well, I go to the gym about 3 times a week, or I try to at least. Sometimes the schedule just gets too crazy between work and everything like that. But I try to go to the gym whenever I can. So about like 1 to 2 hours a day. It's right down the street from me. So and between work and everything, all the walking and lifting I do, like that helps out a lot. So
What are you big into? Like cardio or weightlifting or both?
I do a little bit of both. Like I'm not nothing crazy at all. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I weigh about 140 pounds.
Yeah.
So like but I'll lift weights and I'll do cardio here and there.
Right.
So I do a mixture of both.
Okay.
Okay, no, you can continue because I'm the laziest person here. Don't But Anthony was talking about, you cannot fit in your shoes, and I was like, oh no, man, you're talking about me, so I'm gonna leave it. Oh no, man, I'm the laziest guy around here. You're gonna punch me in the face, like no, it's better. I'm not talking.
Still working on Lucas. We're still working on his fitness journey is still beginning.
Yeah, I need to begin mine because man,
Small steps.
No, I don't have any steps, man. That's the problem.
Hey, are things opening up for you in Brazil? How are things going right now?
Man, everything's getting crazy right now because there's a lot of people dying here in Brazil, and the government they just don't care.
Yeah,
They start to open up everything, like gyms, the mall, and everything. Like
really.
it's getting crazier, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. We're continue to pray for Brazil, man, and especially even the United States is all the stuff that is going on in our country and
Yeah,
all the countries across the world. Continue to keep praying, continue to
definitely,
make a small difference where you are, and make a big difference nationally and globally.
definitely
I
agree.
I do want to go ahead and get into the part that we all came for, which is the sneaker talk.
Yeah,
We came for the sneaker talk, and we're going to have a special. We have John on because we're going to talk sneaker reselling today. I'm looking forward to it. So we each have some questions that we're going to ask John about sneaker reselling. But John, tell us your story and how you got into it.
So it's actually a pretty crazy story. So I got into about 4 years ago. I was right out of high school. I had a part-time job, and I'm like, I need more money. Like I need money in my life to get the things I want. So I started with eBay. I would resell stuff on eBay, just like small stuff, how everyone starts out. And I learned eBay and all that. And one night I'm like, this is just not enough. I need something else. So I'm looking, and all of a sudden I come across these cups, and it says Supreme up the side, right? And that's how I learned about Supreme. And that following Thursday, I got into it and I started getting into groups, and I learned about sneakers, like the Nike app, and I learned about all of that. And my very first shoe I ever copped was the Travis 4s.
Whoa.
Cactus. That was my first shoe, and from there it just shot up. It just went up from there. And all the knowledge I have now is from different groups, connecting with people, asking questions, just and doing my own research, and not so much YouTube, but just what people in group were saying. Oh, like I like that, not so much this color. Just learning people's preferences and stuff like that. So, and that was my first shoe ever that I
but
ever recorded.
prior to that, were you really into sneakers? Like, it's just far as like buying them. Were you like passionate
Um,
about the sneakers, or it is
I
what it is?
I really wasn't, because I didn't know anybody none of my friends were into sneakers. None of them were like, hey, look at this Jordan 1 or Jordan 11. Like
Right.
nobody really talked about that, So it was kind of a journey that I just kind of did by myself. And now that sneakers have become more popular, like especially Yeezys and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
now I see more around my town as I go out, and I'm like, oh, I know what that sneaker is, So it was sort of like a self-learned journey, because, like I said, I didn't really have anybody around that was like, whoa, like go to Champs and get this shoe. So it was really something I learned by myself and just through Facebook and other venues. So
Okay.
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty crazy, and to be where I am today is really like a blessing in disguise. So
Really? Why would you say that, like a blessing in disguise? What do you mean?
well, because like sneaker reselling helped me learn like how to connect more with people, in that regard, that like connections are really good. And sneaker actually reselling has gotten me a lot of stuff that I probably wouldn't have. Like sneaker reselling actually got me my first car. So,
What?
yeah, I drive a 2017 Volkswagen Jetta that I got through sneaker selling and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's just one of those things that I would have never thought possible.
Did you make any like big mistakes with sneakers?
Yes, I have made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
So, one of my first mistakes was thinking that every shoe resold. So, because like you always hear about it, you just hear people saying, "Oh, I resell sneakers," but it's not. They don't talk about the Jordan 1s, the certain Jordan 11s, certain like Jordan 5s. It's just sneakers. So you're like, "Oh, every sneaker resells," and that's just not the case, So, and Jordan 12s were my first mistake is like, oh yeah, they resell, and they really don't. They're more of a personal collection for a lot of people. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Oh.
you learn from your mistakes.
So what's the best and worst part of selling?
The best part,
Resale.
the best part is watching mail day. Like when the shoes come in and you're opening them, you're like, hey, like, whoa, like look at this new Jordan 1. Like I saw all the pictures and actually having the shoe in hand. Like, I don't know for you guys, but I love to smell the shoe. Like that's just me. I don't know, like that fresh sneaker smell.
Like a new car.
Yeah, it's just
There
a
you
new
go.
car. Like, you know, and that's like, and it's just something I'm just like, oh, just having that shoe in hand and looking at it, like that's the best moment for me. And but the worst moment is when you lose money, you know, because like you're like, oh, you think the sneaker's gonna do really well, and you know, with the addition of StockX and all that, sometimes that's just not the case. Because like if you think the shoe's gonna be somewhat limited, or if you think it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna flip right away, and sometimes StockX is like, no, like people sell there before they even get the shoe in hand, so then the market drops, and then sometimes it just doesn't bounce back the way you want it to. So.
Gotcha. Any I'm sorry, one more question.
Of course.
Any pickups that you're looking to really get this year? Anything you're looking forward to?
Yes, I am looking forward to the Hyper Royal ones.
Oh,
yeah. I am a sucker for baby blue, and that shoe is just my calling. And there's a purple dunk coming out, but later in the year that I'm looking to get. I love purple. Purple's my favorite color, and eventually I'm gonna get the court purple 2.0. So there's a few sneakers that I have my eye on, and hopefully they'll be mine in 2021. So.
Okay. You know something I'm looking forward to? Don't judge
What's
me on
that?
this. The Street Hawkers.
Those dunks are something to look at. They are coming out with crazy dunk ideas.
They are. I made a couple of phone calls out like last week to some guys. Yeah.
Yep, there we go, right there.
They're freshmen.
2021, baby.
We were just looking at those last night at the gym.
They got some heat on them.
I might have to get you to give me them, John.
I'll see what I can do.
Dan says that his parents used to make fun of him for smelling sneakers. It's the truth. It's kind of like,
hey, yeah, my parents look at me weird too. You know, they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's just that new smell. Like no one's put their foot in them. Nothing. It's just that fresh sneaker smell, and it's just something to, you know, it's just something people do. I don't know."
Now, when you get them, are you gonna resell them or are you actually gonna wear them?
I think I'm gonna wear them.
Okay.
That will add to my Jordan 1 collection.
Okay.
So, and with my birthday right around the corner, you know, so.
Okay.
hey,
Yeah,
Lucas.
actually. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Lucas, is sneaker reselling big in Brazil or?
And for me, like, because the shoes I buy, like, they're for me. So as you saw my Jordan 1, like, I wear them a lot. So I can buy one for me, like, directly from Nike, for example. Like, so if I want to buy, like, their Jordan 1s, I need to buy from someone else. But
Yeah.
there's no problem.
Have you ever thought about getting into reselling?
Yeah, but my credit card won't like that. My credit card's is struggling right now, man.
Man, my bank account. I swear my bank account's almost been closed a few times. You know. Whew.
Yeah.
What, John? I have one more question for you before we move on. So, in reselling, like, how did you explain that to, like, maybe like the family or whatever when you started like buying a bunch of shoes? Like, how was that? What questions were you getting asked in the beginning when you first started reselling?
So my dad looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, "What do you mean shoes sell for triple the amount they retail?" You know, like, like that was the first question. He's like, "What do you mean?" And I had to physically show him, like, Dad, this is what happens. People, you can't get the shoe for some reason, and people go to the secondary market, and that's how you get the limitless and all that. But so that was the very first question, and it's just a lot of explaining, like, yeah, you got to get it from, you can either go to the retailers now through the reservation apps and all that, and it's just a lot of explaining on how, like, behind the scenes, that drops happen weekly, they happen daily. Like, whether you're in the car going to the mall, they'll happen at 10 o'clock in the morning, and millions of people are trying to get this shoe, and it's just a crazy concept. So it's just like trying to explain how sneaker copying is happening, like, weekly, and how sneakers resell on the secondary market to people who desperately want them, who couldn't get them the first time.
Yeah.
So,
and we've lost a lot of as far as like being able to go to the stores a lot, because everything is online now. So we just lost a lot of that. It took the fun out of it.
It really did, because like one of the I don't know if you guys remember the Rookie of the Year Jordan ones. When they released, that was my first in-store reservation that I got. So waking up at 7 o'clock and racing to the mall because it was the first come, first serve, you know, like, that was, and realizing people were already ahead of me. And it was like, whoa, like, you got here like super early, you know, and it was just, yep. That shoe right there is a really good Jordan 1. That coloring is super nice. And going to the store is something I do miss for sure. Waiting in those lines, talking with people, and, you know, getting more of a connection. Realizing people come from Tampa, they come from other places to go to this mall because their mall's already packed, or they knew it was going to be packed. So in store is definitely fun while it lasted.
Dang. That's one thing that's kind of like lost in all of this, is the connection to people, like feeling like you know, building that. You know, that's one thing Tari and I really want to have, is that sneaker talk family. You know, because there's other people that love sneakers, but sometimes, you know, I would have never met Lucas in Brazil, or never met you, John, or never met Tari sometimes, because you might see each other, but we live in different states, different places, and sometimes it's so hard. But being able to connect like this is so awesome. So, man, that's fire. That's fire to me, man. So.
Yeah,
I'm the same way. Once I got into reselling, I learned connections was a very important tool, and there's still people I talk to from when I first started. So it really helps out a lot. And not even a selling and buying standpoint, just talking about releases and just talking about how fire shoes are and what shoes are coming out, what we're looking forward to. So it's really a really good concept to get those connections when talking about sneakers and what people have a passion for.
Right.
That's awesome, man.
True. Yeah.
That is awesome. Hey, Lucas, you are already a fan favorite, because people are saying Lucas' honesty is the
Shout out to Dan, man. Yeah, but that's true, man. My credit card is struggling. And one way, and about the exclusive sneakers, except from Nike, here in Brazil, we just have like 1 or 2 stores that you can buy some exclusive sneakers. So this is our biggest problem here in Brazil. And about, like, if you didn't get the shoe from Nike, you're not gonna get anything.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, John, do you ship to Brazil? Do you want to ship to Brazil?
Sometimes I've shipped international before. It takes some time, but maybe we can work something out. You know.
I'm interested, man.
Yeah, that's like having 2 stores. I know how you feel though. Even though I'm not in Brazil, but where I live in Sarasota, Florida, and we have 1 mall, and there's 2 stores. And sometimes if you don't hit that sneakers, there's not much other opportunities, you know.
Right.
So
yeah, I feel
that for sure.
Wow. I gotta read this comment. Dan said, in our area where we both Dan and I both grew up in Warner Robins, Georgia, a small city in Georgia. He said he didn't. He said he didn't grow up in the area of heartwarming connections of getting into fights at the mall over the last place in line so you can get the latest Jordans. There used to be fights, man, over Jordans. It's crazy.
Oh, I
to think about.
believe it.
It used to be crazy. So like like okay, so years ago when you were standing, they had to move the times up, right? Because they used to have like what midnight releases, night releases, but people were getting robbed and jacked and stuff for the shoes. So people would sit around and wait on people to come out the stores, and they would get robbed. So if you notice, they moved a lot of the times to the morning time, so it's daylight. And it was a lot safer, and they had security in place. Man, it was a big deal. That used to be a big deal.
Sorry, were
But it
you
was
robbing
still
people?
fun. Maybe a couple times, but that was just joking.
That's how you got all the other shoes.
Yeah.
But it's just like that used to be fun to be able to go sit in line and walk out with those shoes, like got them,
Yeah.
But
And then somebody got you.
yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. I want to go ahead and move into a next part of our show, which it is called the Soul Session. And Lucas, since you are a special guest in this part of the show, we've named it after you. Soul Session with Lucas.
Oh man, that's great.
But we do it a little bit differently as far as how we announce this part of the show we're going into. Lucas, are you ready? Do you know how we're going to do it?
Ready? Let's do it.
All right, John, you might not know this yet, but we're going to try it. Tari, you ready?
I'm ready.
We're about to go into our
Soul Session with Lucas.
with Lucas.
All right, that's pretty fire. I like that.
Yeah. You gotta come on the show more, John, so we gotta get you
Hey,
integrated.
whenever, let me know. I'm always ready. I love talking about sneakers.
All right. Hey, so how we're gonna do it a little bit different today? We actually have 5 questions. 5 questions. Each of us is gonna answer one, or we can all answer multiple questions. It doesn't matter. And as you're watching live with us, you answer the comment, and we'll post your comments on there. And do us a favor, share this with a friend. Go ahead and share it right now. It doesn't cost you anything. Put a bunch of likes in the comments and everything. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us to continue to grow and reach new people, which is what we were just talking about, connections. So, all right, here's the first question. If one of us wants to answer, it's cool, or all of us, it's cool. All right, here's the first question. What do you consider as your biggest accomplishment in the last 5 years? What do you consider as your biggest achievement or accomplishment in the last 5 years? Who goes first?
Lucas.
Lucas goes first.
Hey, it's Soul Session with Lucas.
Okay. Man, this question like went deep for me, like because for me, what I live for me is family is everything. Like, and for me, the biggest achievement it was to find a great place to work. It's the company that I work right now, and to get my family a better life. To get there comfortable. For me, it was like my biggest achievement. To help them. Yeah, to help them a lot. Because family for me is like everything in my life.
It make you feel good to be able to do that, right?
Yeah, man. Because last Christmas, like I was able to get my parents some gifts.
Yeah.
It's a sneaker related, and also maybe some Jordan T-shirts, and I was like, I'm trying to put my parents like into the sneaker family, so it was awesome for me. Like surprise them with some gifts. For me, that was crazy.
That's cool.
Wow. T, you got
That's what I'm talking about, Lucas.
Go ahead, Tara. You got this one.
I don't know if you really call it an achievement, but Ellie, my daughter Ellie.
Oh, well, I don't know how to describe that one.
Yeah, I know that's That's what it is for me.
Yeah.
And then that was 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. So
Okay.
I mean, like, I can't get enough of that little girl. As soon as I walk out the house, I start missing her. So
Dang.
and I'm ready for the day to get over with, so I can get home and be with her and see her.
Wow.
So
Shout out to
again, shout out Ellie Belly.
Shout out to family. Shout out to
Shout out
family.
to family.
Yeah,
Jay,
that's
what
it's
you
about.
got? What you got, John?
All right. So kind of to piggyback off what he just said, my biggest achievement is being with my girlfriend, and we're creating our own family as well.
Oh,
So we're expecting a child in about 3 months. A
Oh,
little baby girl.
shoot.
congrats,
So,
bro.
Yep.
You hear it here first.
Yep. So yeah, she doesn't have a name yet, but it's a little girl. So, and building that relationship with her, she's a really big supporter. So it definitely helps. She's pushed me to do better sneakers, pushed me to get that job promotion. So she's probably my biggest achievement in the last 5 years for sure. So I'm definitely blessed.
Dang, the congratulations are coming in for you, John.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, team girl.
Yeah, team girl.
For me, I would probably say this might sound a little weird, but it's true. Like staying married. Like me and Lori have had to like walk through a lot of tough stuff in this past 5 years, but our relationship has gotten stronger. And we still have our days. But really learning to enjoy the moments you have. And I guess another one would be more recent. My sister was actually in the hospital because of COVID, and she was in ICU and everything. And she got out of the hospital literally yesterday, and we had people praying for her, man, because it was crazy. But being able to see like my sister again is like that's big. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I could say, well, I got these sneakers or whatever, but being able to see family on a consistent basis, even when they get on your nerves, is a big deal.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah. Dan said, "Oh, Dan has a daughter named Ellie. I remember that. Dan has a daughter named Ellie and Tari Ellie. Definitely trending on Twitter right now."
So what you gonna do, John? Are you going with Ellie, man? What you gonna do, John? The pressure's on, man. What you gonna do?
Man, that's cool. I gotta do a little consulting. Like I'll get back to you guys. Like I gotta consult the girlfriend. So I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, thanks, Shan. Yeah, Shan said, "Thank you, Jesus. Glad your sister is okay." For real, Shan. It was a scary moment.
Shan is a prayer warrior too. I didn't even text her and tell her that. I didn't even think about it, but
She is watching from Japan.
Yep.
Japan.
Wow.
Yeah.
International. Love it.
I know, right? We try to do it here. All right, let's go to the next question. All right. What is a major turning point in your life? John, you go.
So a major turning point in my life is probably when I decided to go back to school. So right now I'm waiting for the new semester starts on Monday, but right now I major in business. So, and to piggyback on that a little bit is like Hype Lounge, which is on IG, Facebook. I have my own website. I own the LLC to that and everything. So
shout out.
So that was a really big turning point to get back on track and to really help me through life long term. So it was a pretty big decision and definitely kind of a costly one, but it'll work out in the end.
But you're investing in yourself. So
yes. So
yeah,
I mean,
shout out
I
to
know you said
Instagram on
costly,
that.
but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say that's a big turning point is going back and accomplishing more stuff for later in life.
That's good.
So what's that Instagram again?
It's Hype Lounge. It's at hype_lounge.
All right, cool. Gotcha.
Lucas.
Yeah. Man, I will talk about family again because like I was getting far away from my family in the last couple of years, and then I realized that I was getting far from the people that will always be there for me. And I was like, since I was a kid, I went through some tough times. I'm talking about health problems and all this stuff, and my parents, my family was always there for me. And I was like, I realized that my family, I need to be with them. I can't get far away from them. So for me, it's like my turning point was when I realized that my family was like above everything. Like my friends, I know there are some friends that they're into like our family, but for me, family was like everything.
Dang.
I know it sounds the same bit, but yeah, that was my turning point.
No, man, that's good.
That's
I
good.
just see like family is the center of your world. That's like,
Yeah, man. I realized that they need me and I need them more than I can realize.
Dang. That's a good perspective, man. That's a good
Yeah,
perspective.
I could definitely get behind that for sure. For sure.
Jeez.
Because like here in Brazil, we are always close to our families. Like,
yeah.
and when I got the COVID, like everybody was worried, and was for me was awesome. No, not the COVID, but yeah.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, but that reaction was really good. Know that somebody's like worried about you.
That's true.
It's always a good feeling. Always a good
T, what about you?
The Lord saved me in November of 2006.
Oh wow.
That was
So
my
for
turn.
people who don't
Plain and
understand,
simple.
well, go into detail for people who don't understand maybe Christianity or what it's about.
Oh, well, I was filled with the Holy Spirit back in 2006, and it was things that was leading up to that it got to a point where I was like, man, I just have to change my life. I just have to. I remember clear as day sitting on the side of the bed thinking that, and that weekend it happened,
That's
and
good.
that was my turning point. I don't think anything can beat that. Well, nothing can beat that for me.
Mm. Dang. And I got to go behind that. Come on, T. Come on, man. I can't say nothing more like that. You got to at least throw me an alley-oop so I can at least dunk, man. Come on, man. For me, I would have to say Mary and Lori. Lori is one of the. I always said she's the best decision I made, like on this earth, like physically, because she, like, there's just like good people seem to always bring the best out of you, and good people always challenge you even when you don't want to be challenged, and she definitely does that for me, and really reminds me of like what it's all about, because I used to not be a big family person. Like Lucas, I understand your perspective because
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be around family sometimes, But when my sister caught COVID last 2 weeks or whatever, that really kind of reminded me like how close and how fast it can go. You know what I mean? Like you have family, you don't have family. So that was probably my turning point. It kind of happened almost 2 or 3 weeks ago where I was like, all right, so now, like even before this, I would never have done this. I called my sister called me, I answered, and my brother called me, and we had a 3-way conversation. We were just looking at each other, just talking. And before I'd been like, man, this is wasting time. I got stuff I got to do. I'm about to be on Sneaker Talk. Come on, But just getting back and reminding like, this is more important. And that was maybe a turning point in my life. So let's do one more question now. Unless anybody else want to add to that. Anybody else want to add to that?
No.
Luke is probably like, I could give you anything you want. All right, here's the last one. This is a tough one. All right. If you knew that you had 1 year and you would die suddenly, what would you change? Anything about the way you are living, and why?
That's deep.
That's a deep one. We talking about soul
Yeah.
searching here, though. Come on.
Whew.
So we call this that's a deep session, man, because that was like that was crazy. Can I start?
Yeah, go ahead. Of course, it's your show. Who are we?
So
Exactly.
man, I the only thing I can think about is create memories with the ones we love. You know, because suddenly I'm gonna die in 1 year, so I'll try to do my best to live the part of me inside each one of my family members or the people that I love. You know, for me, it's about create memories for them because I know I will leave them anyway. So I would like to get a piece of me inside each other.
Wow. Put that on a t-shirt. I need to wear that around town. Oh my God.
All right, Lucas.
Lucas, respond to this.
Yeah, fala alguma coisa. Shout out to Rafael. He's a personal friend.
All right.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to you. You know who you are. All right. Who wants to tackle this next one?
So I'll go next, and I'll piggyback off what he said, and just making sure that you live every day happy, and you make, like you said, family, and making sure that the people around you, you make them happier, and you make them realize, like, you know, family is a lot of stuff, and you just make the most of every day, and you just make sure people knew you were happy, and they know they're gonna be happy as well. So.
Okay. Let me go before you, Tari, so I can say something real inspirational and then let you have to follow up. Man, like, I have to say what Lucas said, man. Like, leave memories in people that, man, you know, 'cause I always ask the question, I don't know if you guys do it. I kind of get these weird moments where I say, man, if I was to go, what would people say about me? Like, how would they think?
I did the same.
You do that? See? Okay, good. We're both crazy or we're both genius. So
Yeah.
50-50, flip it on the coin, you know.
So that's one thing I was like, man, like, I want people to say, like, man, he was the real deal. Like, you know, he was exactly who he said he was. Was he perfect? No, but you knew that he cared about people. He loved people. He loved God. He loved his wife. And, you know, he was who he says he was. You know what I mean? Because in today's culture, like, everybody, like, on this, you can be, like, super great. And in person, you're, like, trash. You know, people don't, nobody loves you. Nobody wants to be around you. And I just don't want to be that way. Like, so I would want to make sure that, like you said, leave memories where people know, like you're authentic. I think that's the word. Authenticity. Authenticity is the word I would say. I want to leave with people.
So I'm gonna have to piggyback off all three of you. I mean, I don't know what else is it for me to say. On top of that, just spread the good word a little bit more, and then I'm with you all on, like, the family and the memories, and to me, that's what it's all about. I can't say anything outside of what you all said, so I agree with all three of you.
Dang, for sure. Hey, for everybody that's watching, you get nuggets of gold here on the Sneaker Talk. You get to learn about sneakers and about life. Lucas is dropping bombs. John dropping the inspirational bombs, and Tari setting me up to look bad. But most importantly, hey, share this show. You never know who will watch this. One of your friends watches this, and maybe this is the hope they needed for the rest of the week to be able to make it through. And another thing, I want to say this because Dan, who is, if you watch the show,
all right, so I'm gonna say it. So if you wonder why we're laughing, or you probably could see it, DC Dan, he said this soul session should be called piggybacking with Lucas.
I mean, he led the whole way.
Hey, it is his show though.
He's our running back.
Yeah, yeah.
He went right up the hole.
Exactly.
It's his show, man. We're just trying to follow along. You know what I mean?
And he's Henry. Who's the dude with the not Titans?
Henry.
Yeah, Henry.
King Henry.
Yeah.
Ooh. He's a bad man.
He is a bad man. That's Lucas.
Yeah, shout out to Dan, man. He is awesome. He is awesome, man. We love you, Dan. If you are not, you are crazy. You need to be following us on social media at It's Sneaker Talk Podcast. It's Sneaker Talk, not podcast, but it's a podcast. You get the idea. Go follow us right now, and also like and subscribe, or do whatever you need to do. You know what you need to do whenever you're watching, what platform you're watching this on. You do not want to miss it. Every Friday night, you're getting crazy good content. You get to see all these smiling faces, great content. You get to learn about sneaker. Sorry.
So talking about sneakers, I would actually like to show some more sneakers like before we
let's do it. Let's do it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So one of my good buddies actually let me borrow some of the sneakers to like talk about, and you know, I said I was gonna be on this podcast. So first here we got the off-white. These are the white pairs. You know, you got Virgil Abloh, who is, in my mind, a complete genius and the creator for Louis Vuitton. So you got the white pair, right?
So really quick, do you all agree with that? Because I feel like it's some people say he is, some people say, and he just did this, and that. And
it's hard to say because look what Nike did after him. He made them put words on shoes, looking for the not for resales. He made them do that. Like, you know, without Virgil, do we get those shoes? So,
John, I got a question for you.
Yes.
What do you think about Jerry Lorenzo leaving Nike?
I think that is crazy. And if Nike rubbed him the wrong way, I can see why he did it, because Nike has been known to do that to their creators. And if Adidas was like, hey, you can make whatever you want whenever you want, and he's like, I'm game, because he owns Fear of God, and some of those clothes they're leading the way in streetwear, and you'll see a lot more people wearing Fog, especially his Converse. Those are really nice. People are picking those up. They're wearing them. So Fear of God is really getting out there. And I think he's going to do some crazy stuff with Adidas. I think they needed that. Other than Kanye, he's been, outside of all of the social media stuff, his shoes have been really hitting the mark. Not every pair, but a good majority of them have really led sneaker wear and what people wear today. So I think Jerry leaving Nike is a pretty big thing, and we'll see it in the next couple years what he comes out with, if they give him full control. So we'll have to wait and see, really. So here is another Off-White 5. You got the black pair. So
That's
twins. Yeah, it's a really good pair, super good pair. One more. We all know this brand, and shout out to Shannon. I believe she's in Japan.
Yeah.
So this next shoe hails from Asia. It is the Sakai Vapor Waffle.
Oh, yeah.
Black pair. Sakai.
Out of all three, those are my favorite pair right there.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't like the other ones. That's not my style. Like, I don't really like them.
I'm not much of a Jordan 5 fan either, but
I'm not.
I like Off-White. So
it's cool to have in the collection.
Yeah.
Right? I think so. But like, if I had to choose, I would buy those over the 5s.
I'm a big Sakai fan. What they've done with sneakers is some crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
What you think, Lucas?
I will go with 5. The Jordan 5.
Okay,
Awesome,
okay.
man. Awesome.
So it's split. It's 2-2. It's 2-2. Okay.
So,
Andres, Dan, tell us what you think. Dan said he would probably go with the Jordan 5. So the black pair is fresh.
It's not a bad shoe. It just wouldn't be something I would choose.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like I like the shoe design. I'm just not much of a Jordan 5 wearer,
Yeah,
so that's my only thing. But
but I would get
do
the
anyone?
fours.
Yeah, the fours, oof, super good shoes, super good shoes.
Those are fire.
So yeah, I thought I'd share those with you guys. Since we're talking about sneakers, and it's really my first time doing a podcast, so I thought that'd be really fun, really good to end
Hey,
on a good.
and we talked about it. Like, so he said he doesn't have like a humongous collection of shoes. He only have certain pairs. Everything else he gets rid of. Am I
Yeah,
correct?
so
That's what we talked about, right?
I own 2 pairs of shoes at the moment.
What?
Yeah, so the patent leather Jordan ones, and the purple Air Jordan 1 lows that I wear to work and all that. And so my thing was that I could pick up every single pair that I wanted with recent sneaker money, but I wanted to wait until I was more comfortable in getting the bigger pairs that I wanted, instead of putting all my money into sneakers that I couldn't make more money on. But the appreciation for sneakers is far greater than the money. Like I said, like having that sneaker in hand is something that I enjoy, and I enjoy talking about shoes to people who will listen and like them just as much. So
Okay. I think Shan is more of. It looks like it's pretty even, but I think the 5. She's leaning a little bit more towards the 5.
it looks like.
Andrea said, "I'm an Air Max Basic dude," and I said,
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. Air Maxes they're a comfortable shoe. They're a comfortable shoe. They come out with some really good designs. So
Now, do you like more of the comfort part, or you actually like the style?
I like both, but the style a little bit more, because the comfortableness isn't so much an issue, because like I don't really have that issue some people do with their feet and stuff. Like I guess mine's kind of like in between. But like if I wear it for long periods of time, then there's like where they kind of get sore. But like I like the styles more than the comfort. So like if I have to suffer, I'll suffer. So
Okay. What about you, Lucas?
Man, I'll go with style.
Really?
Yeah, I suffer a lot with my shoes, but style for me is like, yeah.
Hey,
It's awesome.
hey, Anthony is the Air Max guy.
95s, Air Max 95s.
that's a good style.
I think they should take all the Air Max, put them in a pile, and set it on fire.
We'll roast some marshmallows and get some s'mores going.
Exactly. All of them.
Oh, but the 97, they're nice.
Hey, I said that a few weeks ago, and I mean, I got trashed. Like, they dogged me out.
Is that D?
Yeah, D. Come say hey.
Hey,
You,
everyone.
you remember John?
Hey.
From
Sneaker Travelers Convention?
Yeah, we met in the parking lot. Yeah.
and Lucas
Yeah.
for sure.
And that's the famous Lucas from Brazil right
Yep.
there.
Lucas!
Lucas controlled the soul session today.
Everything you said, we'll put on a t-shirt. New merch coming out next week.
Let's do some sneaker talk merch, man.
Hey,
We're gonna sell.
Yeah.
Don, you might have to resell some sneaker top merch. Might have to help us out there, man.
I got a few connections, so
Okay.
let me know. Maybe we can work something out.
All right. All right. Perfect. Well, this show has been so fun. We are almost exactly about to hit an hour, and man, it has been so much fun. Any closing thoughts from you guys? Anything that's sneaker wise on your mind? What do you want to talk about? John, you got something?
I would just like to thank you guys for actually inviting me. Like I said, it's my very first sneaker podcast, and like Tari said, I was actually thinking about doing a podcast, so it actually worked out really well that I got invited here and to share some sneaker knowledge and some resale knowledge. So I definitely appreciate it for sure.
For sure, you are part of the family now.
Definitely.
Sounds good. I love it. I love it.
And the only way you can leave the family is
All I need is a cat.
yeah. yeah.
In the face,
Oh man! Hey, if you do not follow us on social media, follow us on social media. Go ahead and like and share this episode. It is going to make somebody's day. Lucas, any closing thoughts?
Man, I would like to say thank to you and Tari because man, it was awesome. I couldn't work all day. My boss she's mad right now because I the whole day. I was like, man, this is gonna be awesome, and it was for me. It was a pleasure to be here with you guys. You guys are awesome, as I always said.
Thank you,
and man. I hope that the Sneaker family grows up and hit the whole world because you guys are already here in Brazil.
Hey! Lucas, where we got to send the check, man? Tell us where we got to send the check.
Come on, man. I really want to see you guys here in Brazil. Trying some Brazilian foods and stuff.
Hey, that would be dope.
That would be really cool.
Don't count us out.
Andreas, tell us what Brazilian food we should try. And then I'll let Lucas verify.
Coxinha, definitely.
Coxinha?
It's the first. Yeah. It's the Brazilian crap. I already talked to you about coxinha.
Yeah, before on the.
Yeah. I've talked to you, and it's the first one you should try. Yeah.
Tari, any closing thoughts?
Had fun tonight. I definitely thank Jon and Lucas for being a part of the show. It was fun. Hearing Jon talk about sharing his knowledge of sneakers, and Lucas dropping gems about family and life.
Oh my God!
He was, boom. We need to have that bomb.
I need to get sound effects. I got you.
Yeah, and yeah, man, just appreciate everything. Always a pleasure being with Anthony on the show, discussing sneakers and life and whatever else we talk about. I had a good time tonight.
For sure. Lucas, what part of Brazil are you in?
São Paulo.
São Paulo.
São Paulo. Yeah.
That's the capital? Or no?
No, it's not the Brazilian capital, but it's the biggest city here in Brazil.
Okay. Yeah.
It's equivalent to New York, we can say
Oh, okay.
Kind of, yeah.
Is that where I'm gonna say it if I can say it. Ricardo Kaká?
Yeah. Anthony, may I ask you a question? I don't know, I don't remember when it was, but you said that it was your dream to become a soccer player. Is that right?
Yeah.
Really, man?
That was my dream to play professional soccer. And actually, man. Andreas on here is a professional coach. Andreas Herrera.
Really?
Andreas on here. He's actually a professional coach in the Miami area. So yeah, we're both in the profession of coaching. That's my passion. I love coaching the game. I've been playing my whole life, and so yeah, that's soccer. Great. That's when I was like, "Oh, from Brazil."
The first thing that everybody thinks about when it comes to Brazil, it's about soccer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's very popular here, man.
I think that's a really good reputation to have, that people associate soccer in Brazil, and it's something that people have a real passion for. So it's really good to be known for something you have a passion for.
Yeah, man.
I agree.
That's nice.
I agree. All right. Well, next Friday, you can join us here at the same place. Invite a friend, share this episode, and go follow us on social media. You do not want to miss it. You get to see all these smiling faces. I'm telling you, it is going to be amazing. And you get to hear some gems possibly next week from Lucas too. So we will see you guys next Friday at 7 p.m. and also on social media at SNKR Talk. And go follow Lucas, go follow Jon, go follow Tari on social media. You do not want to miss it. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week.
Yes. Thank you.
Best place to be on Friday nights.
Best place to be on Friday nights. I agree.
All right, you guys Friday plans and much. It's Sneaker Talk Podcast.
All
Much
right.
better.
Love it.
Thank
Talk
you.
to you guys later.
Later.